any lead which is using two poles, positive and negative pole, you will call it unipolar, bipolar or multipolar? Bipolar. Now you understand the meaning of the bipolar lead. So in a bipolar lead system, how many poles are used? And what are these poles? Positive and negative. Simple. Just opposite to each other, right? Yes, one electrode will become the positive electrode because it is connected to the positive terminal of the machine. Other electrode will become the negative electrode because it is connected to the negative terminal of the machine. Okay? So in this way, you are recording a system between positive and negative, and that's a bipolar system. Fine? Coming to a unipolar system. What should this word mean? Unipolar. Unipolar.
It's either positive or negative.
If you are using negative, do you think there will be a current flow? So it means, what is lazim? Positive is lazim. If positive is mawjood and it is there, and it's a unipolar system, then what should be the other pole behaving as? No, if it is negative, then it becomes the bipolar system. No? Yes, it is neutral or zero. So if you are recording something between 0 and the positive, then this system will be okay, unipolar. Which system should be more powerful in the flow of current, from positive to negative or positive to 0? Sure, this is positive, this is negative, and somewhere here it is 0. Just imagine me, okay, like this. If there is a current flow, okay, which system will be more effective and powerful? Bipolar system or a unipolar system? Definitely bipolar system, because extremes of opposite poles are there, negative and positive, so you will have the best current flow. In positive and 0, you will also have the current flow, but not as good as bipolar system. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Alright, okay. So some of the leads when we make in the machine are bipolar leads. You know the meaning of bipolar. And some of the leads are unipolar leads. Okay. How many total leads are we making in the ECG? Get back? 12. Okay. Now we have to decide how many should be bipolar and how many should be unipolar. Shabab, very easy. Only 3 leads are bipolar. Bas. 3 are bipolar leads. And how many left? 9. 9 are unipolar. Okay. You might wonder, why is it so? When bipolar system is a better system, why are we not using more bipolar leads and less unipolar leads? You will understand slowly and gradually, okay? But the bipolar system is a powerful system, and 3 leads are bipolar leads. Remaining 9 leads are unipolar leads. So now you have got the concept of unipolar and bipolar. That's it, okay? Alright. Now coming to another concept. If I use the term limb leads, what do I mean by that? Attachments should be present on the limbs, okay? Between the limbs you are recording. Somewhere between the limbs, maybe from this limb and this limb, maybe from these 2 limbs, maybe from other 2 limbs, like this, okay? So this system is limb leads, alright? When you are recording, or when you are making a circuit between the limb connections, you call it the limb lead. There are 6 total limb leads. Don't get confused. You have in your mind bipolar and unipolar out of 12. How many bipolar? 3. How many unipolar? Alas. Okay. Now again getting to 12 leads. Out of 12 leads, 6 are limb leads and 6 are chest leads. Now you tell me, limb leads, how many are unipolar and how many are bipolar? Limb leads, total 6. Total 6 leads. How many are unipolar and how many are bipolar? 3 and 3. Okay, because we know that there are 3 bipolar only. Khalas. And total limb leads are 6 leads. After 3 bipolar leads, you can make 3 unipolar leads. So together, for the limbs, how many leads are you using? 6. Out of 6 leads, how many are bipolar? 3. And how many are unipolar? 3 unipolar, 3 bipolar. Total is? 6. Class? Okay. How many are the chest leads now? 6. That's it. Okay. I have given you in 2 ways the system. If I use the term bipolar and unipolar system, you say, okay, no problem. 3 bipolar and 9 unipolar. Now I say, no, I want the limb system. How many limb leads and how many chest leads? What will you say? 6 limb leads and 6 chest leads. 6 limb leads. 3 bipolar. And what about the chest leads? All are unipolar leads. Are you clear about the distribution of the leads now? Okay. How do we make the leads? We will discuss inshallah. It is not the scope of the lecture. It is better done in the clinical skill lab. Okay. But in the clinical lab I'll tell you that which is the positive terminal and which is the negative terminal for the limb lead like this. I'll give it to you. Okay. So the basic concept is done. You are aware of the terms bipolar and unipolar, and you know the meaning of limb leads and the chest leads. Chest leads are also known as, give me the other name quickly. Thank you. Great. Okay. Now, concluding, 12 standard leads. Count. 3 standard limb leads. 3 augmented limb leads. We are using some new words. Okay, no problem. And 6 precordial leads. 6 precordial, okay? Yes. Chest leads, no problem. Total 6 limb leads, okay? If you count the remaining 6 limb leads. 3 standard limb leads are the bipolar leads. When you use the term standard, in the history of ECG, the first ever developed leads were the bipolar leads, okay? And then we developed other unipolar leads, okay? So the standard leads originally are the bipolar leads, okay? 3 augmented leads. Augmented. Anybody knows the meaning of the word augmented? It's an English word used in medicine and science also. Augmentation. Augmented. Yeah. To augment. To? Very good. Very nice. To strengthen or to amplify or to increase. Great. Thank you very much. Okay. Now you know. Shabab, I say 3 leads are perfect leads out of these, and they are recording beautifully, very strong waves, very good voltages coming, and Mia recording, really, okay? No need to do anything for that. You see the result? So very good waves are coming. What are these 3 leads? Bipolar leads, okay? Because they are perfect system of leads, okay? Remaining 9 leads are unipolar leads. They are weaker. Weaker means when you see the recordings, if you see the original recordings, the waves are coming, but small size of waves will come, okay? But, for the chest leads, before that, coming back to, because you have done the spread of the current, you know, heart is beating, heart is having the electrical activity. This electrical activity is running in the heart, and the electric currents are coming out in the body fluids also. You have extracellular fluid module, and it's all the body. So ionic distribution is there. So flow of the current is also going into the limbs. Alright? Flow of current is going in the heart. Flow of current is also coming over the surface of the heart. Okay? Now, concept of qareeb and ba'id. When the current is going away, will it be weaker or stronger? Weaker. And when it is close to the heart, will it be stronger or weaker? Stronger. Do you really need bipolar system here for heart? No. That's why look at the leads. Because it's logical. When a very powerful current is coming out of the heart and it is so close, you are putting the electrodes here, you get a perfect recording even from unipolar system. So unipolar system is very good, very appropriate for the chest. Okay? For chest it's okay. But what about the limbs? Look at these 3 leads, augmented leads. The word augmented means increase. What do you increase? The current. The current. Because if you see the normal recording of these unipolar leads of the limbs, very small recording. So the machine has a special mechanism of amplification or increasing the current. So the current, when it goes into the machine augments or strengthens or amplifies the current. So your recording becomes respectable and better. So in this way, you get 12 lead system. Out of this, unipolar are 9 and bipolar are 3. Now you know why you are using unipolar system. For chest, unipolar is perfect. For limbs, if you increase the voltage, khalas, no problem, you can get the result. For bipolar, there is no additional maneuver required. You don't have to change anything. Bipolar is a bipolar system, perfect system. Okay? So now, do you get the idea? Unipolar system and the bipolar system, weaker system and stronger system, but the results are good. Why the results are good? We have explained. Okay? Why the chest results are good, why the limb results become better, and the bipolar system is a bipolar system. Are you comfortable so far? Yes. Is it okay? Alright? So now you are comfortable with the meaning of standard, augmented, and recordial. Okay? These terms are becoming clear to all of us. Okay. Alright. We use the term axis in the cardiology, in ECG, electrocardiology. Axis is the net direction of your current flow or depolarization when it is starting from the pacemaker or the S node and how it is traveling. Okay? The direction of axis is oblique actually. You know, the current is spreading in all directions. It is taking twists and turns and turning. But when you calculate the net direction of the vectors, you will get a single direction, average direction, and that average direction is like this. Okay, I'll show you that. Okay? It is not coming straight down, it is going obliquely from the right atrium going towards the apex of the heart. This is the net direction, average direction of the current, and that is taken as the axis. This axis is very important because it tells us about the function of the spreading. In many diseases, when the heart size changes or the chambers become small or big, the axis changes. In many cardiac abnormalities, axis can go here or there, and you can diagnose by the change of the axis also. Okay? Alright. These are the leads. I'll give the names of the leads only. Lead 1, lead 2, and lead 3. I'm saying these are standard limb leads. What do I mean by that? Bipolar. So if I say what are the bipolar leads, you say okay, class. Lead 1, lead 2, and lead 3. These 3 leads are the limb leads, but they are very powerful bipolar leads. Okay? Standard limb leads, lead 1, lead 2, lead 3. Historically and originally developed. Okay? Alright. In these limb leads, one terminal, bipolar leads, one terminal is positive and the other terminal is negative. Can you just see, just have a look. Lead 1, lead 2 and lead 3. Okay? Tell me lead 1. I am not telling you, you are looking at the picture and you are telling me where is the positive terminal and where is the negative terminal for the lead 1? Lead 1.
Positive flow lift up.
It will be like this. Okay, my outstretched hands like this. Okay. Now imagine me. Where should you place the negative terminal or attachment, or where will you place the positive electrode attachment? Right is negative. If the system is right negative and left positive, this circuit is known as lead 1 in the machine. So lead 1 is between the two arms. All right. Do you agree? One is negative, one is positive. Right is negative, left is positive. Do you see that? Okay. Look at the lead 2. Now imagine me. You have my feet in front and you have my outstretched hands. I am saying lead 2. Look at the picture and tell me, where is lead 2? Lead 2. I am moving away from you. Which one is positive and which one is negative? Right hand is negative. And which is positive? Left foot or the left leg is positive. If you are making a connection between these two, my left leg positive and my right arm negative, this system is known as lead 2. Okay? Now, imagine this one. Lead 3. Which is positive and which is negative? Look and tell me. Leg is positive. And left arm is negative. Alright? Okay? Now, just observe and see what is something special about the right arm. Both negative. What is something special about the left leg? And what is different about the left arm? One positive and one negative, isn't it? For one system it's positive and one system it's negative. So right arm is always negative. True or false? True. In these lead systems when you are making, right arm is always kept negative. True? True. Left leg is always positive in the bipolar lead system. True or false? True. Left arm is positive in case of lead 1 and negative in case of lead 3. True? True. Alright. Right leg is not used for making the limb leads. True or false? You are not using. Did we use? We use left? Yeah, I'm saying right one. Okay? Do we attach the electrode here? It is connected to the machine. It's okay. But that is for other purpose, for earth. Okay? For preventing the fluctuations. In the ECG making, the lead systems, no, you don't use the right leg. What 3 limbs are used? Right arm, left arm, and left foot. Alright? Okay. Now this system is a positive negative system. Class. Very quickly get the meaning. 3 more limb leads. These are augmented leads. Unipolar or bipolar? Unipolar. Okay. One is called, look at that and tell me. One is called AVR. Okay. One is called AVL and one is called AVF. One by one. Can you see AVR, AVL and AVF? Do you see that? Okay. What do you mean by AVR? Looking at the arm. Right arm. Okay. What is the situation of the right arm? What is it doing? What is it positive or zero or what? Right arm. Positive. Okay. In this one. Don't get confused. I'm saying this one. AVR. AVR. What is the position of the right arm? Positive. Where do you have the zero or the neutral? In the heart. Qalb is taken as zero and your right arm is taken as positive. This recording system is unipolar or bipolar? Unipolar. This is called AVR, augmented voltage of the right arm. Which voltage are you increasing? Right arm voltage you are increasing. Okay? AVR, yani augmented voltage of the right arm. Is that clear? Okay. Now, I say please explain AVL. What do you mean by AVL? Augmented voltage of left arm. Okay? Left arm. Right? Where do you have the positive? Left arm. Where do you have the zero? Khalas. Okay? Now I say no, I want AVF now. AVF. Augmented voltage of the foot. Where do you have the positive in this case? Foot. Where do you have the zero in this case? Yeah, heart is always zero. When you are considering unipolar system, the heart becomes zero. Heart is the center, it is taken as zero, and your limbs are positive. If the right limb is positive, it's AVR. If the left limb is positive, AVL. And if the left foot is positive, did you get the meanings of system? Okay? Alright. These are the precordial attachments. Okay? As a standard, we attach 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we can have other attachments also. Now, look. This might confuse you, but it's very good to compare. Okay? To avoid confusion. Look at that one. Look at that one. And tell me, how many electrodes have you attached? 10. Complete attachment. What do you think about These attachments 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Precordial.
Precordial, because they are on the pulse, very close to pulse. This system is a precordial system. 6 electrodes are precordial electrodes. All right. The confusion is, what are these electrodes? The limbs. Okay. Now in modern medicine, all over the world, it's not necessary when you are attaching the disposable electrodes. It's not lazim to attach it over here. If you attach it over the root of the shoulder here, it means you are talking about this limb. If you attach it over here, it means you are talking about this limb. If you attach it over here, it means you are talking about this limb. And if you attach it on the right side, it means you are connecting for the right limb, isn't it? So don't get confused. These are the limb electrodes, the 4, and the remaining 6 electrodes are what? Oh yes. You know, this is a disposable system. You attach it here, you remove the wire, you remove the strip, adhesive strip like a tape, and throw it away after doing the ECG. Okay? A convenient system, but obviously needs more money. Okay. Now a very, very important point is coming up. Okay. This system of leads 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do you call this system as? Precordial or the chest leads. Alright? Unipolar leads. Unipolar leads. Unipolar leads. It means what? Positive and?
Zero.
Where will 0 be? Heart. And where are positives?
Limb.
No limbs, come on. Why limbs?
Precordial.
Alright, okay. This one is positive. This one is positive. This one is positive. This one is positive. At 6 different positions, you have placed 6 positive electrodes. And what is the other electrode? Or yes, it is 0 inside qalb, in the markaz of the qalb. Okay, that's 0. So again, you are making a system between positive and 0. This is a unipolar system. All right. This attachment is called V1. Okay. Sometimes C1, sometimes V1, chest 1, or we call it V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, and V6. Now, because this is not a 3D picture, I'll show you where do we attach it. Okay. One electrode on the right side of the sternum here. Okay, close to qalb. One left side in the 4th intercostal space. Then the remaining electrodes are attached. 3 are attached in 5th intercostal space. V3, V4, V4, V5, and V6. And V3 is attached between V2 and V4. Okay, so first we attach V1, then we attach V2, then we directly go to V4, then V5, and then V6, and then we make V3 between V2 and V4. We attach it like this. Okay. This attachment will come in the lab, inshallah. You will attach yourself and see. Okay. The idea is that this is a unipolar system, and that will give you a recording. Now, a very interesting point is coming. Look at this picture. Alright, this is heart. Okay? Imagine this is heart. Okay, this whole area is heart. Okay? You want to see the heart from different angles. Because this is one side of the heart, this is the front of the heart, and you are moving on the other side, this is the lateral side of the heart, okay, in this way. So all around. At the horizontal plane, at this plane, which is the horizontal plane, okay, you want to see the heart, and you want to see it as a camera, okay. One lead is recording the electrical activity of the heart in one mahsus area, one part. It cannot record the whole heart because heart is a big structure. One lead cannot cover all the aspects of the heart. So it means you need 12 lead systems. That's why you are needing 12 lead systems. Okay. Now for the chest leads, look. For the chest leads, you are looking at the heart from this angle. Then you are looking at the heart from the front angle. Then from this side, and then from this side. So your 6 leads from V1 to V6, they will cover the heart in this way. If I have a camera One lead is a camera, V1. I will see this area, V1 and V2. I will record the activity of the interventricular septum from inside. So V1 and V2, what are they looking at, or what are they recording? The electrical activity mainly of interventricular septum. Are you comfortable with septum? Yes. You know the partition. Okay? It's a thick muscular wall, and in many diseases the wall is damaged in myocardial infarction. So if you want to check the electrical activity and function of the septum, which leads are the best leads? V1 and V2. Okay? So V1 and V2 from this angle and the front, but mainly they are recording septum. Okay? V1, V2 for septum. V3, V4 for the front, anterior aspect of the anterior surface of the heart. They are looking at this one. So anterior wall of the heart is mainly covered by V3 and V4. Alright? V5 and V6. Now you are visualizing V5 and V6. Okay? Here you have the V6 area. Here you have the V5 area. Okay? Here you have the V4 area, V3 area, V1 and V2 mainly septum. So septum, anterior and the left lateral side. V1, V2 for septum. V3, V4 generally for the front, anterior. V5, V6 for the left lateral side of the heart. Alright? So in this way, you are visualizing. Shivam, if you want to buy a car and you go to the showroom, you see the car from one side, you are standing on this side of the car, and looking at this side of the car, will you make a decision that it's okay and I like the car was from this side? No, definitely. You have a natural feel that I'll have to look for the lights also, the front grille also, what is the shape from front also, from this side also, at the back side also. So you need to see all around, isn't it? Not only that, you would like to see the roof of the car and maybe the inferior surface of the car. Your chest leads are like this. They are covering the sides, okay, like this. The sides are covered by the chest leads, V1 to V6. The other leads are viewing the heart from other angles. How many leads are left? 3. Okay. V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 and V6. Okay. AVL, the left limb. Okay. And lead 1 also. Lead 1 is a bipolar lead, remember? And AVL is a unipolar limb lead. They are also viewing the heart from this angle. Okay? So it means they are also covering which surface? Left lateral surface. Now you tell me, if I want to ask you how many leads are covering or recording best the left lateral surface activity of the heart, you will say 4 leads. Can you name them? V5, V6, AVL and V1. Okay? Keep it in mind. Don't forget. Alright. But you are not satisfied so far because you haven't seen the inferior surface of the heart. Heart has an inferior surface which is resting on the diaphragm. You know that, okay? And you have to cover the inferior surface also. 3 leads are viewing from the inferior surface and they are recording the electrical activity from the inferior surface. Look at these 3 leads. Lead number 2, lead number 3 and AVF. They are basically looking from the inferior surface of the heart like this. Okay? Here. So 3 leads are there. 3 lead systems are recording the inferior surface activity of the heart. If there is any problem, it will come best in these 3 leads. Lead 2, lead 3 and AVF because all are approaching from below. Okay? What are you left with now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and which lead?
AVR.
AVR. Alright? AVR is looking the heart from this side and the cavity of the right atrium. AVR is a very strange lead. Its significance is not really considered very much, even though it's very important. Okay? But in diagnostic medicine, AVR is actually ignored lead.